everyone, welcome back to KD's Business Tips. Glad to be with you. In this video, we're talking about the duties and the liabilities of directors and officers of corporations. One of the most important duties of directors and officers of corporation is the duty of care, and that's listed in the law. Duty of care requires that in carrying out their functions, they must exercise at least the level of care and diligence that a reasonable person would exercise in a similar conditions and act honestly at all times, in good faith and the best interest of the corporation. That's standard for any director or officer. Director and officers must remain informed about the activities of the corporation, obviously, right? That's their job to make sure they are, and ensure the corporation activity are legal and in the best interest of the corporation, right? They gotta make sure they're legal, obviously. Directors and officers are required to disclose if they have any personal conflict in a contract with the corporation, right? They must ensure there's no conflict of interest between themselves and the corporation itself. Now, if you own multiple corporations and you're the director of all, that's a different story. But if there's a personal conflict and you're going to benefit personally for someone, and that's why you're making the decision on behalf of someone else's corporation, that could be an issue. Directors are also liable for up to 6 months worth of unpaid wages to employees of the corporation, as well as all CRA source deductions, penalty and interest potentially too, on source deductions for the remittances. So that's important. Directors must at all times remain free to assess the best interests of the corporation and to act on this assessment. Directors have the power to make, repeal, or amend the corporation's bylaws. And directors appoint the corporation's officers, and together they form the management of the corporation. So the shareholders appoint the directors appoint the officers. Officers are not liable for anything unless they make a judgment call that puts the company in liability, then potentially. But typically officers are not liable, but the directors are liable for a few things. One we already said, which was the payroll, right? You're responsible for payroll. GST is another one. GST remittances and GST money, the director is also responsible. Otherwise, I could just set up a corp, hold on to all the GST, close it down, say, yeah, we're not giving the government their GST. No, obviously the director is liable for that. Director is also liable for anything that may come out of anything of a court order, a Court of Queen's Bench order. And if the director is liable, potentially as part of that liability, they might be held personally liable in certain situations if it goes all the way to Court of Queen's Bench. And the last thing a director might be liable for, of course, is if they personally guarantee someone. But if you personally guarantee something or someone or a loan or anything like that, you should know you're on the hook for it, obviously. Now, anything else the director is not liable for. The company holds its own liability for most things, but those are the areas that they're responsible and liable. If you got any questions at all, we'd love to hear from you. Please post in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.